Hello, welcome to today's episode of Farmers Market Finds. Welcome to my Brooklyn kitchen. We are making fried stuffed squash blossoms, and I made this dish on an episode of Cooking in Ciudad de Mexico, and I made up that dish. That was the first time I ever made it. So I'm trying to see if I can make it again. So far I made a pretty good version of the cream that I filled them with, but the original was a little more eggplanty. This is like a little more avocado-y. Did I add avocado to that? Yeah, I must have. Yeah, I did. Anyway, so that's just like a little difference. If and when I make it another time, I'll remember that and make it more eggplanty. But I was saying previously that I like the texture of this one a little bit better. So it's give and take. These are almost a week old, these poor little squash blossoms, and they're still doing okay. They're not absolutely perfect, but we are going to fry them and like batter them and fry them and fill them, so it's not going to be that noticeable. You just have to be careful if they get too fragile to fill. So I would definitely not leave it more than a week. I would do it day of if you can. I'm just obviously not doing things the right way. So now what we have to do, this recipe you need toothpicks, and the plan is first I'm going to get my oil hot. So I have a pan filled with some canola oil, but I'll get to that in a second.
Farmers market time. Go down to the farmers market to see what we can find.
Oil is on. Low, medium low heat. Filling is done. Now time to do the batter. So I eyeballed this before. It's the recipe in my head is like based on a kind of tempura batter, but not exactly. So I'm going to try to make it again off the top of my head. So let's see. Flour. Wow, look, I had the exact amount that I need left in the bag. It's so lucky. And baking powder. I'm gonna add, I think I was generous with the baking powder, so I'm gonna be generous again. Like a full tablespoon. Add a little salt. And maybe like, let's see, lots of cornstarch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that much. Mix it all together. Okay, beautiful. Now we're going to add water. I guess that much. Might be too much, but we'll see. It's okay if it's a tiny bit lumpy, but you also don't want any really big, huge lumps. So you be the judge. Okay, this consistency looks pretty good. It looks really light, really airy, and almost the consistency of crepe batter, a little thicker than crepe batter. And it has a few lumps. That's fine. I'm just gonna let this sit for a second and rehydrate, or like not rehydrate, but hydrate. And I think we need to move this whole station over to where the oil is, because this like when you fill the flour, you want to dunk it in the batter and then put it right into the oil. Basically, you don't really want to like fill them all and then dunk them all and then fry them all, because when they sit with the batter or with the filling in them, then filling starts to leak out. It just doesn't work. So trust me on this one. Okay, here is what we have happening. Here's our oil. I'm gonna move the oil to the burner closest to me, closest. Oh, actually no, because you can see it here if it's like that. Okay, great. So the oil is very warm. I would say close to being very hot. It's hot. We can test it like this. Perfect. That works out. Great. So everybody knows that that's how you test how oil is hot. Okay. But I'm going to keep it on low because I'm about to add these in here. So if you've never done this before, you take this is a zucchini flower. So you take this and it has a nice little cavity on the inside. I think some people, if this like little stamen is too tough, they'll take it out. And then I like to hold it like this, like it's an ice cream cone. And you scoop the filling inside. I think this is how everybody fills them, but some people will use like a piping bag or something like that. And then you don't want to add too much filling because that's like a recipe for explosion. So you can kind of like twist these together or fold them together. And then I like to secure it with a toothpick. Sometimes maybe you don't have to, I don't know. But so now it's all secure like this. And we have our batter. And so I'm just going to dunk it quickly in the batter, pull it out, let it drain a little bit, and then it's going to go into the oil. over. Ooh. Oh, this is beautiful. It's working out. So happy. Yay! Okay. So this is my little draining tray. And once this other side gets equally golden brown to the first side, I'm going to take it out, and actually I think I can fry at least 2 or maybe 3 at a time in this pan. So I'm going to fill this one. Oh, I almost overfilled it, but then I said stop, and I listened to myself. Okay. No! Okay, this one's ready. And so beautiful. Look at that. Gorgeous. Beautiful. Now a tiny bit of salt while it's hot out of the fryer. And yeah, just keep going. Although it's tempting to just stand and watch this fry because it's so beautiful. Don't do that. Oh, this one needs 2 toothpicks. squishy. But nothing a toothpick won't fix. I'll just wipe this. Restore the evidence. And put another toothpick. Oh, look at that. Stunning, beautiful. Okay, one more. Whoa. Okay, this one has split, and I overfilled it. So, obviously, Okay, I'm going to turn this down. Or off, I turned it off. And just really secure these with the toothpicks. Luckily, the batter we made is perfect, and so it's holding everything in. Okay, while this last one is frying up, I'm going to just clear out this area, and then eventually we have to take the toothpicks out. So remember to take the toothpicks out, or else you will poke somebody. And you know, that's not what we're trying to do. Look what we have here. I'm so excited to eat them. Obviously, when they get right out of the fryer, they are extremely hot and would burn your mouth if you ate them right away. So, it's good to let them sit for a little bit, and in that time, you can take out the toothpicks. Just remember, it's, you know, it's best if you put the exact same amount of toothpicks in each one so that you know how many you need to remove from each one. I did not do that. But, so yeah, there's always that little bit of risk that you leave one with a toothpick in it. But, you know, guess that's life. Okay. This one just had one. You'd be surprised how they kind of hide. There you go. Okay. Mmm. Yum. Okay, I'm just gonna eat this now. Looks so good. Mm. Smoky, savory, crunchy, a little soft. It has that like contrast of a little crunchy, little mushy thing going on. Mmm. The flour is like, tastes just like, I want to, even though it's like obviously an orange flower, it has a very like green, like I think these are zucchini blossoms, right? So you do get like a hint of zucchini, and then the flavor of the avocado and the flavor of the eggplant, and then like go with that as well, and then the smokiness of the paprika is so good. Mm. Yum, yum, yum. Yum. So I would say this is a success, making the recipe twice in a row. Not in a row, twice in at all. Mm. And yeah, I did the whole thing by eye. So maybe next time I make it, I'll actually measure it out so that I can like give the recipe out, or you know, make the recipe exactly or whatever. So good.